Hi teachers, I wanted to give you an update. This is basically mostly all specialist updates that should help you for 1920. And look, it says click to add subtitle, and I did not do that. So I think this is representative of where I am with everything that I'm getting ready for the start of the school year. So first, I wanted to introduce you to the new specialists. We have Landon Acker, who is handling our math courses for us. And then we also have Lisa Phillips, who is now covering all of the English 9 through 12 for us. And she honestly is one of the most delightful humans you will ever meet. So this is really exciting. And we did say goodbye to Pam and Tammy, which you know was a tragedy for me because I loved them. But we are well on our way to getting ready for this year. And on this picture, if you're like, wow, those are, I need my glasses. It's no, because I grabbed the thumbnails of Joni and I, and it looks terrible. And I didn't have time to email and ask Joni for a good picture. So I thought, well, if I'm going to expand hers, I need to expand mine. So we have some changes to the courses. Mostly, I would say they're not vast. Landon for math is rewriting business math with a more robust book, and so he is going through that writing process through this year. As far as I know, we are not having geometry with a specialist this year, I believe. Please double check with that if you have concerns that way. Lisa for English is making small changes there, and not very much. Pretty much like tweaks and alterations, but Joni taught the 10th grade before, Tammy taught 9, 11, 12, and she is bringing those to be more cohesive between all the science courses and just smaller changes, but some changes. For science, for me, I completely threw out Discovery Education altogether for the adoption of McGraw-Hill. It is the day before school starts, and I still do not have access to that online curriculum. So my courses are currently blank, and I will be working on that all day today. And so if you have questions about this video, I won't answer you until next week, probably. Joni, she is fully changing one course, I believe, and then obviously just smaller updates in the other courses. Which brings me to this important point. Any due date lists or like AWRs that are semester long that you find in different places are not correct. So please do not send them out to students. I know that EFs would really, really like to go back to having the entire semester laid out ahead of time. But while we're in these transition phases and rewriting, it makes it basically impossible to put out a whole semester and know when all my due dates, when it's the day before school, and I don't have a curriculum yet. So basically, it's just not realistic, and we can't do it for you this year. So any due date lists that you're finding and AWRs for the whole semester, please don't hand those out to students. Just have them log into Canvas, and the kids will always have 2 weeks available to them at a time. So every specialist knows to, show always 2 weeks, at least the next 2 weeks worth of work. This year we are going to have more help for kids. Almost daily, I think except for Friday, there's going to be in-person tutoring at Insight for Math by Landon Acker. So he will be there. And so any kids that are local to Temecula can come in and get in-person help. Additionally, Lisa Phillips will be there twice a week. Joni and I will be there during our Insight. Insight is going to 9 weeks for science and social studies. Science is going first and then social studies. We will be there at different times. There's a Google spreadsheet. Here is the URL. And some of us are going to have either live synchronous online like e-classes that the kids can come to, or we're putting out like a weekly video that is going to go over everything for the week. So the kids are going to have a lot of good time with their specialists to get help as needed. So this is just a picture of what our current in-person tutoring schedule looks like. These pinks were all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I cut off the picture because it was too wide. So that much in-person tutoring is built in this year. Your kids can get a lot of help. Changes to the field trips. So bummed, first time in like 15 years, Catalina got canceled. And I'm not going to go into that, but it was canceled. So, bummer. I'm like 2 to 5% hopeful that maybe we can still do one, but please don't tell that to students because it's such an out there chance that we could even get it off the ground again this year. So, leave that alone. Do not even offer it to kids this year. But we are going to do lots of other fun science field trips, and I've looked at other things that we could do. So just so you know, super bummed there, but we're going to still make it fun. Portfolio planning. I've already gotten portfolio info from some of you guys. Please keep updating the spreadsheet. And with the new specialists, they really, they're just getting their feet wet with just the basics, and so portfolio is kind of this extra thing that's different, so it's hard. So please just be very on the ball, supporting them and giving that to them. If you need portfolio information, I've already emailed it out a few times, so I didn't put the links here. Dual enrollment. So excited about this. This is what I worked on last spring to build. We have a great little cohort of about 20 students. They're all doing health through Golden West College. It's a fully online class, and they've been great working with us. There have been some hiccups, for instance, like we can't access their college records. It's really on the kids. So I don't know exactly how they're doing in the class, and I don't really know what their instructor is telling them. So you're relying on the kids to take a college class seriously. We want this little cohort of 20 to do a bang up job so that this college keeps wanting to work with us and get our kids in very easily. This process was infinitely easier than getting into Palomar or MSJC, which have been two of our other colleges we've used in the past. Golden West basically let us right in and kept our kids all in one class together, I believe, but I'm not sure because, again, we can't see it, but that's the way it was supposed to work. So we are excited about this. To help us have a clue at how the kids are doing, they are on the side, they're enrolled in a Canvas course for Golden West. We loved that because Golden West is using the same Canvas that we are, but it's their system and I can't see it and you can't see it. So separately, when you enrolled your kids in the CMS in a Canvas course, it enrolled them into my dual enrollment oversight class. And there I'm asking the kids to provide a weekly screenshot of how they're doing in the course. But that's not going to be graded. It's just to kind of let us know and let you see as an observer. And kind of the only thing that we can hold over their head is that if they don't do well, we won't sign to have them take another course. But that is an ungraded course, and I'd like your feedback and see what families think. I am so open to suggestions, but that's just for us to get an idea of how they are doing. Final exams. The final exam schedule, there was a few hiccups not hiccups, but things that were different that caught my eye that you will want to have catch your eye. So watch the final exam dates. EFs will have to proctor outside of the normal final exam window. Also, the senior finals in May are held on a Monday, Tuesday, and that Friday grades are due for specialists. Usually we have had senior finals for home study the week before. So specialists had a whole week, and if kids were late, they had a week to make it up. No, it's like the seniors take the final, then the grades are due. So essentially, a senior cannot test late this year. A senior, if they can't test during the testing window, they need to test with you ahead of time. But probably not after, because there's just not going to be time to grade and get their grades finalized. Also, I am going to have to ask some EFs to help proctor final exams this year. I'm not scheduling that. I put it in Claire's hands, but I am going to have some of you guys be on site to help out with those this year. It's just, you know, many hands make light work, and it's a little heavy, and it's new with 2 new specialists. So at any rate, those are our changes for the school year. And I think that we're off to a good start. I think things will go pretty well. Today, if you watch this video today on Friday, the last day before school starts, I am ignoring my email today, and I am going to work just on my own courses to build them up and have good content for your kids on Monday. So I will be hunkering down, but I will get back to your emails some other time. And if it concerns somebody else, you're free to ask them. But I hope that we have a great year, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.